Welcome to Strictly Reality.
We're your hosts, Liz and Shev.
And every week we break down the biggest fights,
the soft launch romances,
the chaotic alliances,
the producer plans,
and all the moments that made you yell at your TV.
So grab your snacks, silence your notifications, and step into this new episode of
Strictly Reality.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Another episode down. This is just crazy.
It's crazy. And guys, don't forget to follow us. Make sure you like, subscribe as we go along the married to medicine journey. And we're in Jamaica.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're getting closer to that season finale. Just by the way of how the show is moving and everything. Like we've had multiple trips at this point. We're in Jamaica now, and
Yes.
it's like the couples are there. And it kind of starts off with Angel's conversation with Dr. Bernard, like on the phone.
Yeah. Didn't you feel it was a little awkward though?
I did. And she's talking about their history, right? So it's like they've been together about 11 years ago. And since then,
Yeah.
she's had kids, she's been married, they both lived some life, and then now they're reconnecting. And she said that back when they were talking, he had his ways, right? Like
Right.
they had some issues back then. So now it's like they're trying to work through whatever it was and trying to see where their relationship can go. But I just thought that it was pretty weird, like how that phone call went. That was off.
It's a little, it's like, okay, we're only getting a little bit. That's the unfortunate part. Like we get like
That's true.
the juicy bits from like what the producers edit, but it's obviously a longer conversation. And you're right, there's history here. They've dated on and off in the past. But like it kind of sounds like she wants him to come on this trip. And then like fast forward later when he does come, it was the same weird tension because it's kind of like, did you want to be here, sir? Do you want to come? Is she the one pulling you into this trip? Are you interested? I don't know. It was kind of like not the energy of someone who is like, yes, this is my woman. I'm wooing this lady. I'm coming on this trip. It's like, I don't know what his motivations are. It's not clear to me.
It's not. And when they were talking, it's like she was asking him about the trip, and then he acted like initially he wasn't going to go, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's booked his flight, like he's ready, he's coming on the trip and everything. And I'm like, what was the reason? Like, why the sudden change, and why didn't you communicate that with her? Like that was
Yeah.
weird to me because you know that she's filming, you know that production is there and everything like that, and you're going to just make yourself like insert yourself into the situation without communicating with the woman who you're supposed to be talking to. Very
Very
weird.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very weird. It's like it's not giving committed. It's not giving exclusive. It's giving like they're still trying to make something work. 11 years later, yeah, we have a spark, and let's see where this goes. But man, it's 11 years. That's a long
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
to try to figure something out. So I don't know. Let's see what goes with that relationship, or that I don't know if they would call it a relationship. Maybe they're just talking in a talking stage at this point. But hey, he came on a trip, and we can talk more about that as it comes along. But yeah,
And you know how Angel is with energy. Like she's always talking about, oh, the energy needs to be right. The energy needs
yes,
to be in a good space. And it's like for someone who's always talking about that, like this is not, I hope you can peep that that's not some good energy that you're getting from him. I don't know. It was just a little, it
no,
was
you're not
off.
getting the strongest energy. It's not the strongest.
Mhm.
It's not. But
Yeah.
so and then we kind of see a little bit of Brandi. So Brandi is coming on the trip, but then she's also giving us like details about her life. Her and her husband, they have 4 kids, right? That's a lot of kids.
That's a whole lot of kids. And they're young. Those kids are so young.
Those kids are really young, and they're still in like the school age where you're like, packing lunches and you're going on school drop-offs and pickups and soccer and tennis, and like they're fully involved. Like these kids are in their fundamental years. So, Brandy's kind of like giving us some insight. Like we're not like these rest of these ladies. We can just like take off. Our kids are their kids are fully grown. Our kids are, we're rearing our kids still.
Yeah.
So they kind of showed like how they split those responsibilities. Brandy's gonna go for, or she's on the trip for like 2 days. I think her husband ended up coming. The plan was for a day, and then it ended up being way less than that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that it's nice though seeing that dynamic because I mean these women have real lives. So it's
Yes.
like everybody, a lot of them they have children, all of them have careers and everything. And it's like juggling that with filming. It's nice to see someone who's like, okay, actually guys, this is not so easy. This is not like what it is, like
Right.
what they make it because I'm like, filming takes a long time.
Yes.
They're constantly in your house and stuff. You still have to prep. You have to do your dress and makeup and all that stuff to be on film. And doing that and then being a mom and then she has her own like nurse practitioner business or the skin business and all of that. It's like she's juggling that and her husband seems like he's really supportive, which is a good
Yes.
thing. I love
Yes.
seeing those types of relationships and that dynamic. But the fact that she was just explaining it all, she was like, some of these ladies, they're not going to understand. And I do think that some of them are like, kind of like, okay, whatever. Because they're like, where's your husband? He's supposed to be on this trip. This is a couple's trip and everything. But I'm glad that she broke it down. And I think if you're watching, like, you understand where she's coming from, whether people have kids or don't. It's like, that that's a
Right.
lot of responsibility. Those are 4 kids.
No, that's a lot of kids. And she even said that they envision, I can see they continue being on the show for seasons to come, that they will probably have more help. And that's something she did say, like, we need more help. This is not feasible with just 2 people and a nanny. This, you need more because of all the things you just stated, Liz, like all the time constraints that have to be factored in. It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad he was even able to make it. And then with everybody's flight is getting delayed on these
I
trips.
know that sucks, but like I think she's right. Her husband, I wish he could have made the night before, at that Jamaica, that party night
Yeah.
at the spot. I think he would have enjoyed it. He seems like a chill guy. I really like his vibe.
I
He,
do too. I do too. He's just relaxed. Like he seems like a really good
yeah,
father and he
he
seems
does.
like he's very supportive of Brandy and stuff.
Yes, yes, but he
Their
also seems like a
relationship.
chill.
Yeah.
He also seems.
They may have been the ones who should have planned the couples trip. But I don't they don't have time, but
Ooh,
I just feel
no,
like their energy
yeah.
just seems like it's in a better spot than Toya and Eugene at this point. But
I know. And
that's
it's
just
like, I really do believe that this entire second half of the season feels like a setup on Toya, honestly. It's like, my goodness, like, she's been put in charge of all these major events, and you can just see, like, the definitely it's coming from Heavenly, the disdain towards Toya, in that she just doesn't believe she's capable of pulling anything off. And
yeah.
this episode, Heavenly really hammered in on her, just like really to the point where you had Toya sitting just like kind of like shattered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
And this,
she couldn't say anything.
she's
It
been
was
going in on her the whole trip, but it's like
continuously in
this
front of her husband. She doesn't
yes.
care. She doesn't care. In front of Damon, in front of Eugene, she's just saying anything. And it's embarrassing. I think it has to be, honestly. I understand that Toya has like a tough skin type of person, and she can give it as, I don't know if she can take it as much as she gives it, but she, tough enough skin. I would be embarrassed if someone was talking to me like that, the way Heavenly talks to Toya in front of my husband. I would be embarrassed.
I'd be so embarrassed. And I don't understand. Dr. Damon will not check that lady.
No, he won't. And it happens right in front of him because you remember in the van the night before, they were going to, actually not the night before, the day before, they were doing the medical mission
Mission. Yeah.
service, right, for the kids. And Heavenly was reaming into Toya about her previous non-support or non-committalness on the Med Gala. And now that Toya's hosting it, the expectation Toya's having that everyone will buy in, that, people are just kind of like question marking it because they're giving her what she gave in previous years. But my goodness, it's like so aggressive the way Heavenly is just like coming at her in such a mean way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know how they're going to continue with this dynamic because at some point, Toya is going to snap.
Oh yeah.
Like she's
Oh
been
yeah.
kind of laying low, letting Dr. Heavenly get away with saying a lot of different things, but like it's just too much. It's too much.
It's a lot. And then you have Dr. Jackie, especially in the van. I'm really thinking back to the van because of last episode, because of how, it's kind of this has been going on, but it's like now it's in front of the husbands. And Dr. Jackie said nothing, she just like sat there while Heavenly was like, yeah, we pretty much set you up to watch you fail. So we gave you the Met Gala.
Part
And
of me
that
thinks
was the
that Dr.
plan.
Part of me thinks that Dr. Jackie is eating this up though. Like
Oh,
like
100%.
she's loving it when Dr. Heavenly goes in on Toya. And
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
this lady is just a sly
Oh my
because I could
God.
even see her face when Dr. Heavenly was talking, to Toya at the dinner, well, kind of badgering her at the dinner. And it's like Dr. Jackie's just like,
You
it's
saw her
like,
face?
yes,
I
like
saw it too. I was
yes.
like, wow, eating it up in the corner, saying nothing. It's insane. Heavenly is her mouthpiece. Heavenly is, like an angel on, when you have the angel and the devil? Like,
Hmm.
Heavenly is her devil, where she can just like all the things that she wants to say, she thinks and maybe says in private. Heavenly is her mouthpiece to say it
Yes.
publicly. And then she also doesn't have to get the blowback of the fallout because she never said it. And then she can like be diplomatic when if someone comes to her and says, well, that's your friend, or, she said, you said that. No, I didn't. What I said was,
Yep. And every time somebody calls her out on it, then it's like she just is able to like slither away or like, like she
oh my
doesn't actually take
God.
accountability for
Not
what
a
she does.
snake. Not a snake,
I
Sliver.
mean, there's something about her. It is just like, it's just kind of like she does things underhandedly. Like she's not going to be in your face, but she's going to talk. I know she gossips with Dr. Hemley.
100%.
Like, and the
Yeah.
one time when Dr. Hebley was like, yeah, she said that you were hard to work with, Toya, and she's just talking about, and it's like, yeah, no, she definitely said that. Just like Contessa said, she definitely said that. She's just able to fly under the radar.
She is for now because you just don't know how long you're able to do that with Dr. Heavenly. Like, she really Heavenly respects Dr. Jackie, but I don't know, man. She's a wild card. Heavenly is a wild card. Like,
She
like give
is.
her enough ammo. Who knows when she's gonna use it? I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust it. I would not trust it.
Yeah. But I think her alliance with Dr. Jackie is keeping her like in the group because a lot of the ladies, like, she has done them so wrong. I don't think she's ever done Dr. Jackie as wrong as she's done the other
No,
ladies.
no, she hasn't. You're right. Yeah, she burnt a bridge with Contessa for sure.
Hmm.
She burnt a bridge with. Did she burn one with
Simone.
Toya? She definitely did
Yeah.
with Simone.
Yeah. She has with Toya, in my opinion, just the way that she talks to her,
Well, yeah, now
and
I'm seeing it for sure.
and I think just over the years, it's like the way that she diminishes Toya and like acts like she doesn't have a real job. And, she was on a YouTube, she had her own YouTube channel where she used to like talk so much crap about the ladies and
I
their
know.
marriages and all of that stuff. I mean, Angel, she hasn't burned her bridge with Quad either. So Quad is a
True.
part of the glue that keeps her in the group too.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
the new people, I would still consider Mimi new. Brandy
Hmm.
and Angel. She hasn't had time yet to do.
Exactly. Like they better learn from the mistakes of the others and not share anything with her, like
Yeah.
not share any type of personal information with her because she'll definitely use it against them.
She will,
Hmm.
absolutely. Can we talk
Yeah.
about the dinner? Can we talk about like that dinner, that shady dinner that Toya hosted, which looked really pretty. I
It
loved
was
like
so nice.
it was well decorated and arranged, and she had like all the couples, like there was arranged seating, so everyone knew where they were gonna sit, which I like at a dinner party. I think that's a nice little touch because it's like now you don't have people thinking about the politics of who sits where and who needs to. No, like just get that solved, and so we can just slide in. I think that's a nice like lubricant. So she had that she had that situated, but it's like almost immediately I feel like she just made Toya, this is kind of like made this dinner kind of a little contentious, right?
She did. I mean, the game, the like
Ah,
asking about the love languages, I think that really exposed Quad and King.
oh, you saw that.
Yeah, because just the way they were interacting, I think people were like, oh, wait, like there's a problem here.
Yeah, Contessa was like, this is not giving. So her husband, Scott, said, Quad is still trying to at least give the vibe of my man, my man, my man. But Contessa's like, yeah, but I'm not seeing my girl, my girl from King. It's like there's a fracture going on here. There's
Yeah,
something ain't right.
yeah. And I'm wondering if at that point, like they had already broken up. I
Huh.
don't know, or if there was like maybe they were very close to it because it just seems like their interactions are very like dismissive and like not kind or warm-hearted at all.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't. I see they're still filming, but together, at least in this episode. But like things are chopped and bits are taken in different places, I'm sure. I don't know. They definitely don't seem warm and lovey-dovey and in a place of a happy relationship at all.
Yeah.
It's clear it doesn't channel through at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I also don't know what to say about Curtis and Dr. Jackie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Simone and Cecil, but let's talk about Curtis and Dr. Jackie. Let's do that. What was
You know,
it?
Curtis is talking about like physical touch or something, like he's
Yeah.
like, and it's like because we know the backstory, because we know about his issues with
Oh,
infidelity with Dr.
uh-huh.
Jackie and stuff. It's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
this man, and then I also saw a flash forward to an upcoming episode where he's talking about, Quad and King need to be married and stuff, and they need to be, on in that space or whatever before they. And I'm just like, this man is talking a lot
Talking too much.
for
And I'm
someone with that type of background.
I'm telling you, the message is correct, but the messenger, let's choose another messenger. This is not the
Exactly.
right one.
Exactly. Because you've been accused of certain things, even pulling Toya onto your lap and just some other stuff that had went on. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, just hearing him talk about that, I was like, nah, he's
No.
sketchy.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think he first said that it's words of affirmation and then it transitioned into physical touch. And Jackie, I couldn't hear what Jackie said, and I played it more than once. Did she say that, well, if it's physical touch, then I'm in debt? Or like,
Yes, yes,
like she's
yes.
not fulfilling that love requirement, not satisfying it? That's what I understood.
That's what I understood too. And I thought that that was just weird to say,
Yeah.
given their history and stuff. Why,
What's going on? Are you
I,
guys okay?
yeah, I mean,
I
he's taking
wonder.
these trips to Canada for these golf tournaments.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. But Simone and Cecil now, I don't understand. I wonder if they made up that response because you see the game comes to the love languages. Simone and Cecil are in the confessionals talking about that five love languages. That is like the
Yeah,
bedrock
the
of the black.
Bible.
You have the black relationship, and then when it comes back to them to talk about each other's love languages, like Cecil was like, I don't know her, I don't know Simone.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what? So what do you
What?
mean? This book means so much to you, and yet you don't know your partner's
You
love
don't
language.
know? And it's like, I'm just wondering, is like, are you playing with us? Or are you like, is this really telling that you just are not paying attention to your relationship? But it's just such a contradiction.
You know what? I don't know because throughout the season, there's just ebbs and flows that we see like in their relationship, and it just seems like a roller coaster. Their emotions are all over the place. One minute they're super happy, they're
Yeah.
in a good space, and then the next minute it's like there's drama. Simone is yelling at them, at her family and stuff, but then they're having such good times, laughing and just enjoying life together. So they've been married for almost 30 years at this point.
I think they're confused. I don't know. It just doesn't.
That's how it's coming across. Because how do you not know her love language? That's weird.
It's a long time to know somebody, have someone in your life, and not know what you consider to be the bedrock of a black relationship, the love language of your partner. Like, I don't get it. Explain it to us, Cecil. We don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're playing with us. I don't know if they're playing with us
I
or
don't
if this is
know.
real.
I don't know. And then I don't either. And then Simone gives like this the weakest response because it was like say your partner's love language and how you satisfied that language that day, right?
Hmm.
And she says, "Oh, he told me my food was my room service was here, so I could go eat." And that's how he satisfied my love language.
What is going on?
I'm confused. I don't understand. What do you mean? Everyone was like, "Oh, they must have some problems." Who said that? Was it Quad? Said the people be having problems. Yeah, I
I
think it was
think so. I
Quad.
think it was Quad.
Quad was like, "At least it's not just me. Please, Lord, let it not just be me." Oh my goodness.
But Quad has bigger fish to fry, though.
Quad has a lot.
Like
Quad has a
that's,
lot. Poor Quad. Oh my
I know,
God.
poor Quad, because I feel like that man. It's a setup for him to embarrass her. I don't
It
know when
definitely
it's
is.
going to. I don't know when it's going to happen. To me, he's been saying little snippy things that were embarrassing in
Yeah.
the first place, but I just feel like we're. It's just gaining momentum, like his disrespect or his like lack of care towards her and stuff, and we're seeing it like unfold in real time. It's a little bit uncomfortable, especially knowing that they're broken up.
It is. His responses are like so dry, so muted. He says,
Yeah,
like you mentioned, disrespectful things, but he says it like low.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
He
like,
said
you're
something
being
about.
rude.
Didn't he say something about putting her on a flight or something and like
Yes.
not coming back or so I forgot.
So it was in the red flag, green flag game, which shortly followed the love languages game. And I just thought all of these games were just ridiculous. Honestly, the red flag, green flag game was ridiculous because it's like, what is the what is a learning lesson, the benefit? What's like the okay, guys, this is what we're gonna take out of this game and we're gonna apply it to our relationships. Nothing. There was no substantive takeaway from red flag, green flag. It was just more so like, let's learn other couples' boundaries so we can get in their business. That's what that
Yes.
was. That's what it was.
Yes. Toya is messy, and she specifically chose those games because she wanted to try to expose like something or like, I don't know. To me, she came for Angel way too hard.
But it was like random too, right?
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
like you like re had to you relitigated a issue that you definitely already squashed.
And you know you were wrong about, and your husband even told you that you were wrong.
Yeah, and then you had to like in your confessional like you admitted like yeah, you were wrong for it. But then you're saying like you were on girl code when you're in your 20s, but now that you're older, you're not on girl code. I don't understand her rationale or reasoning. It does not make sense.
Yeah, she was like, that's that kitty stuff, whatever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, are you calling her a child? Like, and you're the one who messed up? It's not any accountability, but a lot of the relationships that she has with others, she just doesn't take accountability when she messes up. It's like she will know that she's wrong, but she'll still argue it, like, and hammer down on it, even with her husband. It's weird.
It's very odd. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
And
odd. But
I also thought it was like kind of hazing in a way because she's like talking to her like, "Oh, you're the new girl," like,
yes.
and then it also I think she was trying to break her down a little bit too because she didn't come with anyone. Like she was by herself. She didn't really have anybody to stand up for her, nobody to really like, you know, go back and forth or whatever about her, whatever. So it was like to me, it's like she's trying to make it seem like, oh, she needs a man. Like she needed me to hook her up with someone, And it's like, I don't know.
Right.
Angel does not need anybody to hook her up with someone. You could tell Angel could get someone if she wanted to. And she reiterated that, when Toya tried to say that about her. But I just thought that it was unnecessary and rude for no reason.
But do you think that I agree with everything you just said? But do you think that Dr. Bernard is that guy who's gonna sit next to Angel and like go root for her and be the person to like go all in?
Heck no, no.
I
No,
don't see
no,
it.
no,
I
no, you're
don't see
right. No.
it. I don't see it. I see him
Yeah.
being silent and being like, "Oop." I don't see him going in for because I don't know if the commitment is there for this guy. I don't
I
feel it.
don't think so. I'm like, did he just want to film?
Part of me wondered that. A part of
Yeah.
me wondered that. I don't know. It's weird because it's like it's giving lukewarm.
Yeah.
The energy. The what does Angel say? The is it the
Uh,
energy?
yeah, yeah. She's like, make sure you come in with good energy, fix that energy. And it's like,
I don't know if
you
she's
need to
picking good
keep,
energy.
she's not. She's not.
No.
And he was giving me kind of like callous vibes, like King, like standoffish, like I'm not really there for you.
Yeah.
So,
Like when he came up, like I don't know if we're done talking about the dinner, but it was the next day I think that he came,
oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And then it was just kind of like he came grumpy to the hotel. And maybe because like you remember in the first scene when he said that he's gonna come, or at some point he said he was gonna come, she said, "Oh, you're coming. I'll get you a hotel. I'll let Toya know so you can get your own room."
You're right. You're right. I wonder if they had something to do with it. I didn't even think about that.
I wonder because he came grumpy.
He was. He
And she was
was.
like, "You're seeing me, like get the energy up, good vibes, joy, happiness." Meanwhile, the previous night was not joy and happiness. She's talking about his
Yeah.
spirit being full of light. No, it's not.
Yeah, and
He
then
got
she was
attacked,
acting, yes, and then she was acting like he was acting like he didn't know what the trip was for.
which does not make sense.
I'm like, of course this lady told you that this was a couple's trip. She wouldn't just tell you that, like, oh, this is just a random trip or whatever. Like, she told you that
Yeah,
was a couple's trip. That's why she invited you because people were inviting their spouses and their significant others. Like, he knew what was up. He tried to embarrass her, in my opinion, low key,
I
and just try to act like she
know.
just blindsided him with this random couple's trip. Like,
Yeah, he's
oh,
like,
we're not an actual couple. Like, it
I
was
didn't like
weird.
that. I did not like that because he was like you said, he was just kind of like, "Oh, I didn't know this was what that was," but no, she told you this is a couple's trip. You didn't have to come.
Exactly.
So it's like it is giving a little bit of King, but like unfortunately King in like the disinterested part, not in the life and love of the relationship with Quad, more like in the ending and the real time deterioration of that relationship. We're kind of seeing it in Bernard and Angel, and they haven't even started as far as we know. So what is
Exactly.
going on?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, he's weird. He's off his energy and stuff. Even when he got in the car with the other guys,
That's when I felt it, girl. That's when I
yeah,
felt it.
he
I was
was
like,
just
I don't
sitting in the
know.
back, like just grumpy, just not talking. And the one guy, I think Dr. Eugene, he was like, yeah, I thought he was part of the staff.
Honestly, like I'll say this though, if someone comes into a group or like, like the new person who's coming into a room, I don't know about you, but I would like in my ideal world for the people in the room to be like, "Oh, how are you? Come on in. What's up?" Like I want to feel that warmth of inclusion.
Yes.
It's just
Hmm.
like a nice feeling. Then I understand if like, it's everyone is responsible for themselves and the mood and the, whatever you bring with you into the room, but I would like a warm reception. I don't think Bernard got a warm reception.
But did they know that he was coming?
No, it didn't seem like it.
Yeah, it seemed like he just popped up randomly, and then it's
I
like
know.
he just expects them to be so welcoming and stuff. They're looking like, who is
Who
this?
is
They
this?
probably hadn't even seen him since that family function.
Yeah, the family reunion. That was the last time filming, at least, that we've seen all those guys in the same room. But then, to your point, if you're walking into a room and you're not getting, if and you've kind of startled everyone, I think it's then on you to change the light in the mood and to like be, hi everyone. Oh yeah, I came. I couldn't miss this. I wanted to see you guys again, or I had to see Angel, and I'm excited. Instead, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, it was kind of he didn't add to it. He deducted the
Yeah, he
energy.
absolutely deducted the energy because I was like,
It was not
ooh,
good.
ooh, this is off.
It was
But
not good.
oh, back to the dinner though, because
Yeah, tell me, tell me,
I
tell me.
was like, okay, the when Dr. Jackie was like, okay, I need the ladies to stay behind so we could talk about the Med Gala. I was
Oh
like,
my
oh Lord, this is
gosh.
about to be some foolishness again. It's like
Again,
every time they bring up that Med Gala, it's
it's
like it's just
drama.
drama.
Drama. And the guys like escorted themselves out of there.
but they're still like standing on the sidelines, like listening in or whatever, because the ladies, they just cannot have a proper conversation without yelling at each other.
No, and then it starts again with Heavenly like just clawing into Toya, right? I just like, but then everyone kind of did too, right? Because Brandy was like, okay, you want me to give money, but no one's asked me questions, so no one's told me about the event. Heavenly said, we don't know what time it starts, we don't know what day it is. Like, there's no communication.
Yeah. Yeah, and
That's not good.
I am team Brandy on that one because I'm like, don't ask me for any money, and you haven't even asked me like, first of all, they don't have a venue, they don't have a time.
Still?
It sounded like it, it sounded like they're still deciding
Oh my
where
God.
to do it, what time or whatever. They're asking Toya for all these details. She can't give them any information, but yet she wants them
No,
to send money, and it's like there needs to
no.
be some activity before you can actually like present to the group and be like, oh, this is what I need from you. And I was with Brandy because I was like, mm-mm.
I think outside the filming too, like if you're having a real event, you can't just be talking about this while the cameras are on for the
Yeah.
like 30 whatever sound bit, like the minute sound bit that you want to get out of it. Like you need to have a Zoom meeting at least. Get these ladies on point and let them know what's going to happen and who's responsible for what. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. I don't know why she's doing this, why Toya isn't, and it doesn't feel like Dr. Jackie is helping. It's like she's standing back and letting her fail. Because you would think Dr. Jackie would have, okay, Toya hasn't spearheaded what she needs to do. This is her first year doing it. Let me mentor her through this. I put her in the driver's seat, but ultimately, Jackie, she knows this is her event.
Yeah.
This is her idea. This is her baby that she decided to like bring to the cast and everyone buys in. Like it's like she's letting her flail around without assisting her and it's like ultimately to what point? Okay, you punished her enough. Come on, help.
I'm like, I wonder if they're trying to punish her to the point of like humiliation. Like, just didn't actually go through because of you, because
Yikes.
Dr. Heavenly is like basically calling her stupid and like she can't do anything. Like, she can't function. She doesn't know how to plan. She doesn't know how to do XYZ. And I'm like, why not come together and try to make something work since you guys are already in this position and you have like no time before you need to get things solidified. Like, why are you still harping on her not contributing last year to the Met Gala?
Right.
Like, you've
Let's move
already
on.
beat a dead horse. Let's go on. Let's move on. And it doesn't seem like that's their focus right now. Their focus is on like humiliating Toya and making her feel like a failure.
I have never seen Toya look like a coward, just a shadow of herself.
Yeah.
When like she sat down at that dinner, she was standing initially. She sat down and it's just like Heavenly was reaming into her. You like you said, she said you can't plan, you can't handle money, you can't do anything. You're literally a worthless human being. Like
Yes.
you're capable of nothing. I was like, man, that's just like that's terrible. I don't think you should talk to people that way at
Mm-mm.
all. And so I understand why Dr. Eugene was like, no, 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 no. That this ends now. You don't talk to my wife this way. Let's go. I'm leaving. Toya, let's go. This is disrespectful. And he drew a line in the sand. But of course, Toya ain't gonna listen to him.
She didn't listen to him. I was like, at that point, she could have been like, yeah, you know what? Like, we're not going to stay. Like, to me, it's like that's the time where you and your boo could have been united and could have like just exited or whatever, because I think that would have shown more strength than her just staying there and just taking the beating from Heavenly. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me.
I think of it a little differently in two parts. I think for the strength of their relationship, for Tori and Eugene's relationship, she should have walked away and let her man be the man in that moment, the man who's protecting his woman. But then also, I understand why she stayed because you can't control the conversation and you don't know what's happening if you leave. So I
Mm.
kind of understand why she stayed. But it's like at this point, Toya, like you need to like show some deference to your husband. Like you have these people laughing at him in every instance, at
Every
every turn. Even going back to the the love language game, when she said, let's go first. My love language is, I think, acts of service, and
Yes.
Eugene's was
Words of affirmation. I was like, oh no, this is like the
people.
opposite of what you're getting. Like,
I know people were like, "Wow, Eugene is like get right." It's real tough for him in that house. It's real tough because he's getting the opposite of words of affirmation, right? So at every turn, and then you go back here where he's trying to save you, and it's just like, for the health of the relationship, I think she should have left.
sometimes I don't know if she looks at him as like, a leader or like somebody who can protect her or whatever, even though he tries. Like even when they were sitting out on their balcony, and he was talking the next day and he was like, I don't like it when he talks to you like that. I don't like anyone talking to my wife like that. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm going to talk to him, whatever. To me, it's like her face was just like, okay, like like
My
she just
gosh.
He's just like, whatever, do what you got to do, but like, I don't need this. It just wasn't like any type of like, oh, thank you, I appreciate you standing up for me, nothing
It
like that.
wasn't. It wasn't.
I don't think he's going to get that type of energy with her. And I mean,
No.
whatever, they're in it for the long haul, but that to me was a point where she could have done that words of affirmation, like she could have spoken his love language and she's just choosing not to.
Yeah,
So
or it just doesn't come naturally to her. It's not like it doesn't come naturally to her for him. Not
yes.
like for anyone in the universe, but for him, it doesn't come out naturally. And to your point, when she was asking him, she was demanding at their housewarming that Eugene be a leader, it kind of insinuates the opposite, that he's not.
Yeah. Or she doesn't see him that way. Like he's trying and stuff. Because I'm like, I feel like he leads at the hospital, he leads like
Yes.
in his career and other facets of his life. But at home, it's like she just doesn't see him that way. And it's like, you can't convince someone to see you that way if that's not how they see you. So
Yeah, and I don't know if this is like her dream. This is her like dream man. Like I just don't know. Like if
I don't
he,
think it is. I think she has said that too. Like, she's kind of put that out there. Like, this wasn't my first choice. This wasn't like a top pick for me, but this is who God chose for me. This is
yes,
who I prayed for. And to me,
said
that's like you're telling us without telling us that this was this was it.
that this is what it is, and like yeah, she found a good man, a God loving man, a protector, but like not necessarily what her heart would have chosen, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from that Carlos King interview she did as well.
It's kind of sad.
It is because you want the
'Cause
person that you want to choose the person you choose to also choose you.
exactly. I'm like, I know he knows it. Like,
Yeah,
he's just like, whatever, he's come to terms with it. He's like, comfortable in their relationship. But it's like from the outside looking in, goodness, I'm just like, dang, I wish you guys liked each other the same amount.
yeah. He likes her more, which it's not like necessarily a bad thing, but you see that it can play out badly if the respect level isn't equal.
Exactly. Exactly. It's more about the respect thing because, maybe the likeness is a little unbalanced or whatever, but some people that's their dynamic and they still work through it. They still respect each other. They still like, have that deference to their spouse and stuff like that. But with them, it's like the
Not
respect is
quite.
lacking.
It's lacking. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so Toya gets read for filth by Heavenly at dinner.
Yes.
It seems like no one's buying into the Med Gala. And they had to table it. Jackie was just like, you know what? Nothing productive is going to come out of this conversation. As she knows, I don't know why she decided to call a meeting to talk about the Met Gala in that moment. Nothing productive, nothing good is going to come of this. It's just not. You're just going to, as you mentioned, Liz, it's a shaming. It's a shaming, humiliation process. I think in the end they're going to pull it together, but this is going to be a lesson to Toya.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think she's ever going to want that responsibility again.
Who would?
Yeah, she's over it.
Oh right. I would not. I won't. No, no parts of that. And then, so what happens? They retire for the night.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, so that fast forward to that ride, where Dr. Bernard comes in the
Yeah.
vehicle and all the guys are there. So Dr. Eugene had a conversation with Toya the day before, and he's just like, I'm going to talk to Dr. Damon, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to defend you, you defend your honor. Like nobody can talk to my wife like that. He needs to check his wife and stuff. And he was talking about how Dr. Damon has become somewhat of a shell of himself, like the Dr. Damon I knew before would have checked Heavenly, but now Dr. Damon's like just kind of let her run rogue, and I've given him a lot of chances, but this is going to run out because for 3 years he's been letting his wife just, talk crazy to you. And so they get in the car and Dr. Eugene is like trying to have a conversation with Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon's not having it. He's just like, no. He was like, I don't want to get into it. He was like, I'm trying to have a good day. Like, I want to protect my peace and all that stuff. So they don't really get to talk about it
No.
until they get to the beach.
Yeah, Dr. Damon is like, I don't want any drama. If you're gonna give drama, I'm just not in the mood for it. The ladies are pretty much, they do what they do, we do what we do, and the two worlds don't need to meet,
Hmm.
right? The guys don't need to get into it with women and vice versa. So yeah, at the beach, you see Dr. Eugene is trying, sorry, to get Damon to come on, say something. And it's so funny though, he's still respectful, I think, because Dr. Eugene doesn't actually call Heavenly by name.
Yeah.
He's just like, there's some ladies in the group.
He's trying to skirt around it, He was like, am I talking to anybody in the peanut gallery? Like, can someone
Anyone. If the shoe fits, like speak up. And Dr. Damon is like, I'm not really trying to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't
No,
want any parts. He doesn't care. Like he's just like
doesn't.
I don't know if he's gotten to the point in their relationship where he's just so comfortable. He knows who Heavenly is and he's just like I don't care. Like this is my wife and this is where we're going to leave it. But
And then also like the results are, it's not even like they're getting bad results for it. Like Heavenly is creating massive ratings for the show. No one's upset except for the people who are experiencing it. But like when we talk about the producers or ratings, Andy Cohen probably, they don't have any issues with Heavenly. So you trying to mess up something that's working.
they love her. I mean, even when she was doing the YouTube thing, she didn't get reprimanded. In my opinion, like maybe, they somebody should have talked to her and said something or whatever, but no, people just eat it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
maybe
like,
he's just like whatever, like
yeah, it's working. And, like you have a problem with it. And I'm sure if, Dr. Damon's like, if I was on the other end of it, I'd have a problem with it too, which is why I'm not getting into it with you. I'm not going to get into this, right?
exactly.
But I think Dr. Eugene wants to change something, but he knows he needs to realize that his wife is also an active participant in the problem.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, yes, Heavenly is very disrespectful. Heavenly is very disrespectful. But let's not forget when Toya can get her licks in, she does. The bag incident, the
Hmm.
oh, your son, where's your son? Like just little comments that she will lick back as well. So she, you give what you get what you give. It is what it is. It's a wash. It's a show ultimately.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see how it plays out because I think that's where, like, they kind of left it there, like going back and forth. And Dr. Damon's like not engaging with that. He's like, the ladies argue. Like, that's just part of what they do. And I don't get into women's business or women's, arguments and stuff. It's like, dang, like he's trying to paint Dr. Eugene as like, you remember how Peter was Patricia on
Yes.
Housewives of
Yes.
Atlanta? He's like
Yes.
trying to paint like you're getting into women's business. You need to stay out of
Yes. But I can't even blame Eugene though. Like you are kind of like he loves that woman for all the flaws and all, good and bad. He is in love with Toya and he sees himself as her protector and she's getting disrespected in his face.
Yes.
I would have a hard time not standing up for my husband in that situation. So I get it. I
Yeah.
100% get it. But if my husband also was giving as good as he got, I think I'd be like, oh, oh.
I don't see where she stands up for him as much though.
I know she doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to watch, but that's just what it is. And then the next episode, we saw some flash forwards, right? We saw we're gonna get a little bit from Quad next episode, which I really want to hear because someone said, I think it was Toya. So you see the split between the guys and the girls. Curtis is questioning King and saying you pretty much put the cart before the horse, like, with this situation with your relationship, trying to have a baby without even a marriage. And then you see Toya is asking similarly of Quad, really accusing her and saying that, you should be worried about a marriage instead of a kid.
And Quad goes off.
She did. She did. I can't wait to watch. I need to know what happened out of that conversation. So I'm excited for next episode.
Oh, absolutely. That was so funny too when they were doing that outing, the ladies, and then they were it was like the bamboo white water or the water rafting.
And they're so bougie. This is like a staple.
Yeah, I was
Jamaica.
like, this is like a fun thing. Like
This
I've
is
seen
fun.
so many videos. Like that's like a wonderful like excursion that they have. So
And they
yeah.
have to have criticism. I didn't understand the criticism. I was like, Quad, come on, Quad. I loved Quad's attitude. Like, let's enjoy it. This is like, this is an adventure. Let's do it. Not everything has to be luxury on a yacht. Come on now.
Exactly. I'm sure they had fun. I didn't hear the
I'm sure they did.
feedback or whatever, after that excursion, but to me it looked like a great time. It's just something different. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Absolutely. And a lot of times what they do after that river water excursion, they'll have like people who cook by the river, like traditional Jamaican food, and then you can like eat by the river. It's amazing. It's delicious. It's an experience.
Wow. And that's why we didn't hear any complaints. After they got into that raft, after they actually did it and stuff, it's like, we're not going to hear any complaints because I know you guys had a wonderful time. You were just acting bougie at the beginning, but
Exactly. And I'm sure like King gave pointers on like, as he did the night before of where to go. I'm sure he's given like Toya and Eugene some good pointers, tourist ideas. King took the guys to Dolphin Cove, which is where it's a really nice beach. So it's nice that they have people who are native, or at least someone native to the island to I guess direct from the behind the curtains, which is nice. Eugene and Toya have that help from King. And it sounds like they really do, from that interview we watched with Carlos King, that they have a true relationship with King that goes beyond the demise of Quad and King's relationship.
I'm glad that I think that it's kind of out of spite in a way, just a little bit.
Dang,
Like
really?
I'm sure they get a kick out of like King talking crap about Quad because he seems like the type that would just
say something,
let it all out, And I'm sure they just have talks like, oh, King, come on over, let's have some coffee or whatever, and he just starts spilling the beans. And
I'm sure
getting it all up. Like she's just getting more information. They're getting more information as a couple. Oh, I did notice too at the dinner, Dr. Mimi, it seems like, is open to having a friendship with Toya. Even though she throws shade and, has all those moments and stuff. It's like she's open to it. And it seems like, they said they'll invite them over sometime. Dr. Eugene said, we'll invite you guys over. And they agreed to it. So
yeah, Steve and Mimi.
That could totally change the trajectory of their relationship and their dynamic right now.
Yeah, because right now it seems to be the dynamic seems to be like based on Mimi's reliance on hearsay and everyone else's history with Toya, but not her own. I thought it was interesting how it was cool though. It didn't blow up. I thought it was gonna blow up when Simone, it seems, told Toya that Dr. Mimi told Simone that she wasn't sure that Toya would be
a safe friend
to host the couples trip.
Hmm.
And it came out at dinner, and Mimi said, "No, that's not what I said," or "That was in the spirit of what I said, but those were not the words." And Dr. Simone said, "That's exactly what you said."
Who do you believe in that? Who do you believe in that situation?
I think I believe okay. I believe Dr. Simone, and I
I,
believe because that's exactly what she said. She said, I don't know if Toya is a safe friend." Now, I think in the moment, Dr. Mimi was scrambling because she was put on the spot. But what do you think?
I don't know because I think Dr. Mimi is always coming from that like psychological, like, I'm trying to assess the situation type of, background or whatever. So when she said safe friend, it can be interpreted as her being dangerous. Like, how Dr. Simone was like, "Oh, Dr. Heavenly, I don't feel like Dr. Heavenly said, I don't feel safe coming on this trip to Florida because Dr.
Oh,
Simone, pushed me at the event or whatever."
okay.
But in this context, Dr. Mimi meant safe as like, is she trustworthy? Is she
Yes.
going to be a good person? Is she going to be someone that I can like, communicate with my secrets or whatever, like just a good friend. So I think that I don't know how Toya interpreted it based off of those two
Mm,
definitions of safe or whatever, but I did think that Mimi did a decent job covering herself
okay.
in that
Okay.
moment, because I'm like, that could be taken some different ways. But
You think that Dr. Simone maybe conflated the definitions potentially?
I don't think that she cleared it up.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know, but I think that Dr. Mimi, because Dr. Simone didn't kind of clear up what was said, Dr. Mimi had the opportunity to make it her own, and like make it
Yeah.
make her definition, even though we don't know what she meant.
I hear you. Yeah, it could have gone. Yeah, because I guess if it came to Toya, she was like, okay, well, I'm hearing that word bandied about between Heavenly and Simone, meaning one thing is that, meaning like a violence sort of thing. Is that what you mean, Mimi? Are you similarly saying that I am a person capable of violence towards you? Like, what are you saying? I can see that. Yes. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. But it's good that they seem to be open to, amenable to meeting and, seeing if they can have a relationship. All four of them.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll see. I mean,
Cool.
they could end up being really good friends.
Yeah,
Hmm.
literally. But you have to be careful with Toya now.
You gotta be, because as soon as she starts, because Toya's not going to forget either how Mimi was at the beginning.
No, I don't think she forgets.
Yeah.
I don't think she lets go.
Yeah. Dr. Mimi's husband, though, he seems like a fun guy. I think we're getting to see more of his character and stuff. And
See?
like,
Yes.
yeah, he does because when they were on the beach and like he's doing the Dr. Eugene walk and stuff, and like, just, it's just fun. Like, I'm like, okay, this guy has some personality.
Yes, he has some humor, some comedic timing, because it was like it could have been taken. Some people don't know how to like execute. People, it could have been awkward, but it was funny, and everyone laughed. It was hilarious.
Yes.
Like he like what is it?
Exaggerated the walk.
Exactly. He exaggerated it, and even Dr. Eugene laughed because it was like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And that's not how I walked, but
He's like, yes, it is.
But yeah, that was good. And then, oh my gosh, Brandy's husband had to leave. Like as soon as they got to the beach, it's like he left. And same thing for Brandy. I don't think she stayed for the rafting.
No, she was like, I'm not missing my kid's first day of school. And I'm like, you
Oh,
go, girl,
no, for
you have little
real.
ones. That makes sense.
You got responsibilities. These
Hmm.
people, their kids are grown. Got to support it. It's good. Like, she puts her kids above her own needs and her own, maybe not necessarily needs, but her wants. This is a want. This is not a need. And she
Yeah.
properly like I'm looking for the word, but she has her priorities in line.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, which is
Absolutely.
good, which is good, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Chev, what would you take away from this episode?
This episode was kind of full of some like, I don't know. It was like there's some good bangers in this episode. I'm gonna go with Angel though. It kind of started off how we started off this conversation. I just didn't know if the energy was right with Dr. Bernard. And I think that when you've been, especially like if you have two kids, she said she was married, she said she's been engaged a few times. So I would expect her to have to actually like have a good sense of what is a fit for her and what isn't. And I'm wondering if like this is just the guy I film with. I just don't quite believe that this is the guy, right? So I've said this previously about categorizing people. I don't think it's an issue having a friend, which I think she's doing here. I think what she probably does categorize people. She probably has like, this is someone that I've known for a long time. She's probably dating other people, honestly, and I don't blame her. And I don't blame her, right? And maybe she's not putting, and I hope she's not putting all her her eggs in this one basket in Dr. Bernard. Because, she's a beautiful girl and she has options. So I think as women, it's like always remembering that it's single woman, that, there are options. Like if one person's not giving the right energy, cool, you can test it out, but it's not an L. You keep moving and you find someone who is like the right level that you're looking for. So even though it came off a little iffy, I don't see an issue with it in a sense because she's feeling out where she's wanted, right? If I'm not wanted here, then I'm gonna find somewhere else, and I think she's gonna find somewhere else. That's
absolutely, absolutely. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Like that was actually like part of my takeaway too. Like, because I'm like, I think as a viewer, you just saw that dynamic and you're like, nah, something is off here. And my takeaway was like, you gotta be careful who you give second chances to. Because
that's so good.
This guy
That's so good.
This guy is circling back. He's coming back in your life at this opportune time, right? Like she started her business. She's in nurse practitioner school. She has her kids. She has like this filming and, she's on the show and everything.
She's popping right now.
She's the it girl. Yeah. Like, and he's coming back and I don't see really what he brings to the table other than bad energy. It's like, there's been a trajectory on Bravo shows like with Walter and Kenya or with like TJ and Stacey and just like with different couples, right? Where they're just like, oh, you're just bringing this guy on the show for filming or you're just bringing this guy to add to your storyline or whatever. It's like she has enough in her storyline to hold her own. She does not need this guy. Yes.
She does not need this man.
Be careful giving this guy another chance to come into your life because this time he would have a little bit more leverage because of all of the exposure that you're in right now. Like it's not like 11 years ago where she was like, I don't know what she was doing 11 years ago, but it's not like that. Like it's like there's a different level of exposure and she's at a different place in life. If this guy is going to embarrass you on TV, if he's not going to be a team player, if he's not going to be a good partner, cut him off. Like there's no room for this second chance with him. So, just be careful spinning the block. Like it may not be worth it. So I don't know. That's my takeaway from it.
Hallelujah. Amen. Amen. I agree wholeheartedly. You said that so eloquently. Yes, girl.
Yeah, she better be careful. We'll see.
Be careful. Yeah. And usually the second time you spin the block, you feel like okay, you guys had that 11-year, history in a sense, like you've known this person for a long time. You let them come deeper than maybe the first time around in terms of like in your heart, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's usually for what? You broke up for a reason in the first place. It usually doesn't change.
Remember that. She has to remember that.
Remember that. Yes. Ooh, Liz, so you just gave some really good advice right there. I hope she takes it. I hope so too.
My gosh. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out. But I'm looking forward to next episode.
Yes. And I'm excited. And guys, don't forget to tune in, like, subscribe, and tune in to our next episode when we all go together and we see what happens. I'm so excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh. All right. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.